Alright. Make sure this thing is on here tight. Let me go double check the computer. I don't really know if I like this new setup or not. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be holding it very well. But I'm going to go double check the computer and see if it's chatting. Be right back. I know. I'm just double checking here. Nobody's seeing this, huh? What the flip? Well, What's going on with this stupid thing? Why is it not connecting? Connect to YouTube. What? Alright, maybe this thing's working. I don't know. Alright, Anthony, let me know if you can hear me. I've been having problems. YouTube has switched to a different interface, and I don't know if this is connecting and blah, blah, blah. So, let me know if you can hear me. I hope so. AV. Alright. I guess it's good. So, we'll kind of weigh it out and see if a few more people join. I got a few topics tonight, but not many. Not many at all, really. I got a new mic stand and iPad holder, and I'm not sure I'm digging it a whole lot. But kind of a wait and kind of see deal. So as long as AV. Oh, audio video. All right, I got you. Well, we'll kind of wait for some other people to join in before I go on any kind of dealio. So how you doing, buddy? How's everything been going with you? Now, I don't know, Anthony. I don't know. Do you ship fish or anything? I can't really remember if you do or not. But like I said, we'll kind of weigh it out. I get on a few minutes early because I wasn't really sure about this interface, man. And I'm going to have to do a whole lot of stuff once the stream goes off as far as putting in the description and everything else. Just nothing's working right. So we'll kind of go from there. Well, I'm not shipping at all, and again, I don't want to get into the topic right now at all. I mean, I got plenty to ship. You know, really. Lots of different species kicking and lots of things going on. Donut wants to say hi. Donut, get out of the trash can. What are you doing? What are you doing, Donut? Hello, everybody that's joined. I was just talking to Anthony here a few minutes ago. And again, I want to wait for some people to get in here. I've got a couple topics to hit, not many. So we probably won't go very, very long tonight because, y'all get bored of looking in this room. Hey, Small Fry Aquatics, how you doing, buddy? Everybody else has joined in. We're going to talk about potentially shipping and a few other things that the stupid COVID stuff has kind of, screwed everybody up on. And then we'll go from there. But anyway, how is everybody handling the pandemic? How are all you all doing? It's more the question. Sometimes it's the question and not the answer. And sometimes it's the answer and not the question. So, you never know. But, I don't know. Most of my fish are doing okay. I need to do some culling out and, some other things. Again, I got on a few minutes early because, man, YouTube switched to now you can't even go to the old studio anymore. And it was so much easier sitting up live. So I was able to kind of figure it out. I went live a few times by accident. Didn't mean to. It's just one of those things. Small Fry, I get it. But the problem I'm having, and again, I was waiting for a few more people to join, but I might as well get in here. My dry goods, I was on a live video with Susan, SLC Aquatics, maybe a week ago. With her, she had a panel with some people, and we were talking about shipping times. My dry goods are taking, they used to be 2 to 3 days, now they're 4 to 5. And I talked to somebody the other day. Who did I talk to? Well, it's the guy that did that picture for me. MTA. Is that it? MTA, Multi-Tank Addiction? I believe he paints pictures. But I talked to him, or was it somebody else? Chris, is that his name? But anyway, he was going to ship some things out on a Saturday for priority delivery, and they told him they weren't shipping priority on Saturdays anymore. Now, I went to the USPS website. I always do everything 2 to 3 day priority, especially now where almost every low in the U.S. is 50 degrees or warmer, I don't like to ship before then. We've had a cooler than usual weather pattern. Hey, Aqua Balls, Punchy, Pam, how you doing? As far as the shipping goes, USPS's website states instead of 2 to 3 day, 3 to 4 day. Well, that kind of scares me because I don't know if they're including Saturdays on there. And I was told by another person, again, that they weren't shipping priority on a Saturday. So what happens if it goes Monday through Friday, doesn't get delivered? I don't know if they'll deliver it Saturday. And then it would sit until Monday again. That's a week. For guppies, my guppies are pretty hardy, but that's way, way, way too long. Hey, Bigfoot, how you doing? So, as far as shipping goes, again, the dry goods are, like stuff like that. They're taking an extra 1 to 2 days. So, if any of y'all are shipping or anything else, I'm sorry to hear it, Anthony. Hopefully it's not anything serious. Just, let me know. Are y'all having any problems? I don't know, with plants, fish. Obviously, dry goods is not an issue. Ironically enough, my mail normally goes out and comes in because when I'm shipping dry goods, I put it out in the mail unless I got too much. I'll take it to the post office or put it on the front porch and have them pick it up. I do not do that with live goods. they've been showing up about 12 to 1 o'clock when it's always been 3 to 4 o'clock in the past. Now, my simple guess is a lot less traffic, they can get around a whole lot easier with no schools in, very few people working, blah, blah, blah. And that's another thing that's, the only reason I go with USPS is because I have a store within a mile and a half from me. I don't have a FedEx within 15 miles of me, and I'm not driving all the way across freaking town. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't FedEx kind of have a weird policy about live animals? Or am I thinking UPS? And I don't even have a UPS store anywhere close to me. Nowhere close. Because they're all mainly based around, I live in Louisville, Kentucky. A lot of them are based around the airport. And it's just way too far to drive. I got to get on the highway. My USPS, last year I shipped probably 100 to, 150 live shipments of fish. I lost maybe one out of all of them. And I believe it was more to the customer, letting them sit on the porch, even though I have a 3-hour delivery policy. I'm not sure. Yeah, let me know. Another problem is, 2 to 3 days is fine. People are not going to pay for, let's say my fish costs $40 a trio, $50 a trio. They're not going to pay another $50 for overnight shipping. That's a fact. I wouldn't do it. I've never done that. I've bought $70 and $80 fish a trio before, almost up to $100. And I'm like, guppies can survive. Other fish species, maybe not so well, So, let me know how all that goes. I'm using a new stand because I broke my last one last week. Is why I didn't, just put that there. See if there's some neat little fish to watch. Yeah, not bad. I don't really like the lighting, though. Let me see if I can adjust that a little bit. Yeah, I don't really like the lighting. Plus, on top of that, with USPS, since I'm a small business, I have a license, small business license, I have a resale certificate and all that, I get pretty cheap. I get the business deal for USPS. I don't think with FedEx I would get a shipping deal with them, because I don't do enough volume where USPS works with us in a roundabout way. If that makes any sense at all. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does. That's the right to shipping aquatics has to do. Next, go through them. Yeah, again, I don't know. I just ship. And the other thing is, I have USPS down to a science. I know I can ship a trio of fish in a 7x7x6 box, styrofoam lined, if they're 2 to 3 day priority, and I have a 99.8% success rate. And my cost. Now, keep in mind, here's a trade secret. Y'all ready for a trade secret? All right, I'm going to pump you up. I include the shipping cost in with the fish. So, in other words, if I say I'm going to sell you a trio of, whatever's in here, blue metalheads, for $45, it's free shipping. Well, obviously, it's not free. It costs me somewhere in the neighborhood of about $6.50 a ship across the U.S. Now, sometimes it depends a little bit. A little cheaper if you're closer. If I'm going to California, because I'm in Kentucky, a little more expensive. No more than $8. So, yeah, I might ship them for $50. let's say max it cost me $8, then I know that I priced them at $42. Okay? But, I could also say, or, whatever, I'm going to price them at $50 and you pay exact shipping. And next thing you know, it's $58, and then they might add on sales tax, another $2 and $3. I don't know how they do all this. But I just try to, just do it that way. Yeah, USPS is pretty... See, there's a lot of things y'all don't know about them. They also use what they call metric shipping. I don't know if any of you are familiar with this. Metric shipping means... give me a second, I'll show you. Give me a second. Be right back. Okay, cubic shipping. Here's an example of cubic shipping. Everybody see cubic tier 2 on there? Okay. And this is just a regular cubic tier 1. Everybody knows what this is. 8.5 by 11 or whatever it is, milling thing. Now, I could probably, let's take this empty can, probably stuff 2 or 3 in there. Well, typically, they ship by weight, right? But if you pay by cubic, you can have up to 20 pounds in a package. So you're not going to fit 20 pounds in here, obviously. But, like with Pirate Ship and some of these others, cubic tier 2, look how much crap you can fit in here. It's huge. Huge. Up to 20 pounds, and you pay a flat rate no matter what under cubic. So something like this would be about $7 and something to ship. If I was sending a ton, of stuff like this that normally costs, because it weighs, 7 or, 6 or 7 ounces total. And don't ever get confused where it says net weight on here. 1.75, you got the container. Plus, they count the package. This is an ounce. So, once you start shipping a couple of these, and you're paying maybe, I don't know, up to $4.50 across the U.S., where you can ship unlimited up to 20 pounds for about $7, makes a whole lot more sense to go cubic. So I don't know if anybody knew anything about that at all. There's a ton of ways to get around shipping. Okay? Oh, if any of y'all get a chance, have y'all seen my API test kit video where I bought a brand new one? Okay? And that one is from 2010, I believe. I did side-by-side comparisons on, we're talking about something that's expired more than 10 years ago. You'll be surprised at the results. That's all I can tell you. Okay? Watch that video. The other night, if y'all have 30, 40 seconds of your time, I released a new commercial about my fish food. Just go to Fancytailaquatics. It'll probably be the first video up there. I don't know. You got 30 seconds of your time. I'm not extremely happy with it. But again, I didn't have the budget to spend hundreds of dollars for a professional looking thing. And I'm going to be honest with you. Just simply to plug Fancytailaquatics food. And it's a premium blend. And the video was made overseas, so there was a little bit of a language issue on exactly what I wanted. But again, this is not going to be on TV. So check out the video, and again, check out, the API test kit comparisons. Brand spanking new. I don't think this expires for years and years and years. But I'm going to do more tests and see. But the results kind of shocked me. What are you doing, Donut? Donut? You a bad, bad little kitty. That's what you're doing. Yeah, Plecos, I get you with that. Now, I will tell you, well, how big were they? Now, I ship, bristlenose Plecos at some point I might ship out. Believe it or not, there's a ton of babies in here. I just don't know where they're at. I had shipped to me 20 of them in a medium-sized box, but they were maybe an inch, if that, maybe an inch and a half, probably more 3/4 of an inch, and they all did fine. I know there's a huge bio load on Plecos. I understand that if you're shipping anything, especially a common Pleco overnight, 12 freaking inches, or, and even bristlenoses, man, the males, I got a couple of males around. Now, when I turn all the lights on, they scattered. You know, they're 5.5 inches. Yeah, I couldn't see. Yeah, I'm not going to stuff a couple of them in a 7x7x6 box. Okay, that ain't going to happen. And I probably wouldn't even go more than a pair. Boy, in a medium box, maybe 3. But what I do use, I always use prime in the water before I ship fish. Again, the bio load on guppies is way different. And I use stress guard. I don't know. I mean, if I was ever going to sell bristlenose Plecos, people, it would simply be nothing more. This is supposed to be my Hawaiian blues, but they're not doing so well. There's a couple down there, but they're not doing as well as I'd like. But I can completely understand that. But, you know, unless you have freaking Plecos like, I don't know, what do they call it? Lemon eyes or blue eyes or Pleco L44Os or, you know, stuff that are, you know, if Plecos are in the $70 to $80 a piece mark or even less expensive, I could see why you would overnight those and require that. That's all I'll say about that. I'm not a Pleco expert. I know guppies. That's all I freaking understand, people. I know guppies. I know damn near everything there is to know about guppies. From water temps to breeding to disease to yada yada yada. And I also know if you don't cull enough, you end up with crap like this. And multiple tanks. I won't even show you the bottom tanks because they're the same thing. Multiple tanks. Then what do you do with them? Well, I'm waiting for the pet stores to the local pet stores to get open. I'm going to probably do an all-male, what was my little patent I was going to put on there? All-male guppy sale. You know, maybe a 6-pack of guppies that are all males in unique colors you will never find. You won't find these in a pet store. None of these. Okay? Not going to happen. So I might do an all-male guppy sale at some point. Maybe 6 for, I don't know, $30 and include shipping. I'm not going to make much off of them, but by God, I can get rid of some. So I don't know what y'all think about that. Hey, Rob93 Aquatics, what is up, buddy? Good to see you in here. So that's kind of where I am with shipping. And if y'all are kind of wondering, if you're new in here, just join the chat. Just kind of look up a little bit. We're basically talking about with this COVID crap. Okay, well, I'm not monetized, so they can't demonetize me for saying it. Shipping is horrible for live goods right now, personally. Now, USPS, I know the one thing that is not affected is overnight shipping. That has not changed in the least. Okay? What has changed is the 2 to 3 day priority. Now it's 3 to 4 days, if that. It's probably longer because my dried foods, again, are taking. I got on to check eBay the other night, and matter of fact, I did a video about this where I'm like tracking the shipping numbers. Stuff that should have been 2 states away should have been there 2 days ago, and 4 days later, it's still not been still in transit. So I don't know, just kind of ticks me off. But dry goods, you'll have to wait on it just like you will anybody else. I've been waiting on these freaking masks from Bionetics or Bionics or something. Thank goodness I had 1 or 2 anyway. They're just not great ones. Because Kentucky is basically trying to require you to wear them if you go out in public at all. I don't know if they're going to arrest you and throw the fisticuffs on you and beat you down and make you bite the curb and all that. But I'm really not in the mood to get a fine or anything like that. And I've seen people in the news shot over his crap. But anyway, we're not talking about all that. So, why don't you all hit me up with anything? I want to get away from shipping and Corbin stuff. But again, if you haven't seen my API test, I did a few days ago on a very, very old kit versus a new one. Check it out. You'll like that. I got some cool videos coming up. I'm going to do a video on a pH meter that's supposed to be pretty good. But the cool thing is, I got the new API kit, the old API kit, pH high-low, pH high-low. I don't know, wherever the... Oh, yeah, you can see them right there on the left. And I'm going to see... I believe the API kit is probably one of the most accurate kits on the market, in my opinion. We'll see how well that translates to the meter. I've got that coming up. A shipping video coming up that I'm boring y'all to death with. Obviously, my new Fancytailaquatics commercial I showed the other night. Check that out. Yeah, you're not going to waste more than 40 seconds of your time on it. But I'm in limbo as much as, hey ROs, as much as every other small business out there. Again, I got a business license, resale certificate, the whole freaking 9 yards. I didn't spend a lot of time and money just to make stuff like that to make me look cool. I'm trying to make it a business. And same token, these tanks are they're just not doing well at all. That was a bummer. The guy that shipped me those fish, they all died. Every freaking one of them. I don't believe it was due to my fault. But nonetheless, there's a couple fry in there. These guys have just been hanging on. These are what I would call my ice guppies. I lost the parents a while back. And I do water changes a lot. I mean, it's not like there's plenty of plants. It's just I need to get some new species in, start trying to breed them up. That's the only advantage right now of this COVID stuff is, well, I can breed up fish. But, with everybody laid off and everything else, man, until people get back to work, that's going to be the other problem that's going to hit us, or hit me anyway, maybe a lot of you all. People are not going to buy premium fish foods. They're not going to pay $5 and something for this when I sell bulk fish food. Even though it's cheap, there's filler in there. I've been open about that forever. When you get 11 ounces for $12.99, that's way more than you would get from Tetramine or any of them other things. And that includes shipping, I believe. Maybe it's $12.50 now. I think I had to raise the price a little bit. So people are going to be doing what they can. You got cats, you got dogs. You're probably buying maybe at one point you were buying Blue Moon or Blue Stone or all these other fancy names, and now, if you're laid off, you're buying the $20 bulk special from General Dollar Store. I mean, that's a fact, man. Because, you have to eat. You got to pay rent somehow. You got to pay everything. So it's going to be a long, winding road to get out of this. People are not going to have money for the most part unless you're well off. I mean, a lot of my orders, I'll be honest with you, are from California, New York, and Florida. Well, that tells me, the California, your cheapest house there is probably $300,000, and that's a rundown house. New York, your apartment's $1,800 a month, and it's 400 square feet. Florida, you got all the, retirees down there. Gilnets, you talking about all of them? Or what type of... get gills. No, I haven't done it. I know exactly who you're talking about. I really haven't done it. I was thinking about it. I get sidetracked with a lot of things. I make lots and lots of pasty notes. No, that's a good thing to do. I think one thing I got dissuaded from a little bit. At one point, I believe there was a way on how to pay that was up in the air. I think there were other couple concerns that I'd asked. I've talked to him before. I don't know why his name's slipping my head, but I had talked to him, and he didn't really have great answers on some of the stuff, and so I have not been back there in a while. I'm not sure. Is the site taken off? Is getgills.com taken off? Feel free, to post it in the chat, the address. I don't think there's any mods on. Blah, blah, blah. No, wait, 10,000. Say like 400,000. What'd I do? Mistakenly say something? I may have misspoke somewhere. But anyway, my point is, unless you're really, really well off financially, and you're a CEO of a company, I mean, people that buy from me are the same people that work at Walmart's, PetSmart's, things like that, Now, they still have a job, but if you're at a Dollar General store making whatever you make, now you have no income at all. You're not buying from me. It's simply that. Yeah, good. Thanks a lot, Pam, for putting that. Pam, I need to make you a mod. I thought you were. I don't know how to do it here, but I will do it after the fact. I wasn't sure. I've seen you in here a few times before. I wasn't sure how often you watch my channel. I try to catch yours every time I can. Okay. Yeah, see, the messaging system here, they changed everything up. I guess when they changed the YouTube crap, now I can't see people's colors or anything else. So, alright, my bad. What do I know, man? I'm just running my freaking mouth, okay? That's all I'm doing. Running my mouth. I don't know what I'm talking about. I was not aware you couldn't post the link if you weren't a mod. But see, I've never tried it on other people's channels where I wasn't a mod. So, I don't know. Googly muggly. So, other than that, I really don't have too many subjects. No, I'm just, okay, yep, that's about it, people. So I'm not going to hold everybody up here for much longer. Is there anything anybody wants to talk about, say, and I don't care what it is. It could be on topic, off topic. I have no idea. I didn't really have a long list, because honestly, a lot of the things I would normally talk about would be anything but what's going on right now, you know. It's hard for me to get excited about things. Generally I'm excited when I get new shipments in of dry goods, whether it's wood or whether it's this or that. Well, I've not been ordering anything because nobody's been ordering for me, you know. So, a lot of my topics are just, it's hard to talk about a lot of things, man. But let's see, 35 minutes ain't too bad. It's not too bad, proper English. But yeah, I mean, normally I would talk about, stuff like that in the past. My brine shrimp kit that I love. But what's a net doing over there? I get in new fish bags. Well, whoop-de-doo, Basil. I mean, I can't ship nothing. Whatever. Another thing I could talk about. Well, there was a new filter I got in. That one's been there a while. I think I've got another couple filters. I don't know where I put them. I got those in on shipment, just simply to be there in case I expand the tanks. Well, guess what? I'm not expanding anytime soon. I could, but there's no reason why. It's just, if I can't sell what I've got, why keep putting more in? And again, I'm going to have a hard time getting fish stock in because, again, the same delays. A lot of people are just not going to ship fish. And even if they're great fish, I could get them at a bargain, and it doesn't do me any good if they arrive dead, and they're likely not going to ship them again if it takes 6 or 7 days. I will tell you all a funny story. You're going to be privy to this. And up until now, it's been a secret. About a year and a half ago, and again, you're not going to believe me, okay? I take a bag, I put, a trio in there, and again, I dose it with, Prime, I dose it with Stress Guard, and again, you are not going to believe me. But anyway, somebody ordered from me on eBay, right? Apparently, they didn't update their address at all. And they moved like 5 states away. So, what happened was, I shipped a trio, and again, it was in a 7x7x6 box, right? They're packed in there pretty tightly, I mean, you're talking about a box that's like this and like that. With styrofoam, there's not a lot of room in there. So, they panicked and called me and said that they had the wrong address. I said, well, I shipped it to your PayPal address, or the address that was listed on eBay. eBay references the PayPal address. Well, I never updated it. I'm thinking, I hope this person never watches this video, but I'm thinking, is that really my problem? I said, the only thing I can tell you, here's the tracking number, call USPS, and see if they could redirect it to the new one. I said, really, I can't do much more. And they were kind of freaking out at me for a little bit. I guess they kind of understood after a while that, what can I do? It's not my fault. So, I went ahead and called eBay and forewarned them that, there was a possibility that if they don't get their fish, they're going to try to leave negative feedback. Well, I've got a perfect 100% seller rating. I'm damn near at 500 positives because keep in mind, 4 out of 5 people never even leave a review when they get stuff, right? So really, I'm talking about thousands of people I've sold crap to. Or it's not sold crap, sold fish food, fish goods, dry goods, whatever, to. And anyway, very few people actually bother to leave feedback. I leave feedback on everybody I send stuff to. Hey, thanks, man. Good seller, even though it's an instant buy. Thanks for the quick payment. It's an instant buy. It's just crap eBay makes you go through. But anyway, back to the story. So, I tried to track down the fish through a shipping number. Apparently, it went to the old address. Nobody lived there. Then they shipped it to a warehouse somewhere. I don't know. They forwarded it to a warehouse address, and again, I don't know if that's because the person provided a wrong address again, wrong state. I don't know. I tried to track it as long as I could, and eventually just quit showing up and tracking. So I said, whatever. No negative feedback was ever left. The person never contacted me again. And I feel sorry for them, because literally, I think they bought, a $50 trio, maybe 55. So anyway, 29 days later, okay? If you're with me this far, this is probably how I'm going to end the entire thing. 29 days later, I was walking out to the mail, just grabbed the mail, and I noticed a box on the front porch. I said, what the hell is that? So I walked up to the box, looked at it, it said, undeliverable in, like, I believe it was red tape or something. I said, crap, this must be fish I sent out somewhere. And it didn't occur to me at the time who it was. So I thought, this is going to be a freaking gorgeous mess. But, so I opened up the garage door and set them in there. I got one of those deep freezers, so I set it on top of there. I brought the mail in, and I thought, well, let's take a look and see how dead they are. Well, lo and behold, the 3 fish were still alive. And it happened to be these half-black, these half-black, I bet I can't get the, see, I'm on a microphone stand now. But anyway, they were these gorgeous fellows. Don't y'all love them? Little half-black half-black blues. Y'all know you want them when I can ship them. Anyway, all 3 were alive. They were absolutely washed out in color-wise. I put them back in the tank, and I could tell which ones they were because at the time it was, they were adults just like the others. I had very few babies, but they were a whole lot skinnier, smaller. Well, they lived. They lived. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. 29 days, people. How? I don't know. What they ate on? I don't know. Why did they suffocate in their own fecal matter? And I don't know. But guppies are tremendous survivors. So I can understand when people want to overnight sensitive fish, especially like large plecos and multiple plecos and the whole freaking 9 yards. I can understand all that. So anywho, I think I'm going to wrap it up on that note. Is there any last questions, opinions? Scott, you go to hell. Whatever. I don't care. Before I end the stream. But definitely check out, I'm going to list links below after this video is done. Put the thumbnail up, put the description up, and the whole 9 yards. And again, for whatever reason, YouTube changed their format, and I use Streamlabs, and I can't get it to connect to the YouTube account for some reason. So maybe it's a temporary thing, blah, 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 blah. So, any last minute questions or comments or anything else? And if not, I'm going to wrap it up, people. Alright, I guess not. Anyway, I want each and every one of you to stay safe. Okay? First and foremost, if you can support anybody on the Fish Fam community, support them. I'm not saying me. I'm saying anybody. If you can. I understand a lot of people are laid off. A lot of people don't have income. Or through other circumstances. I understand there's not a whole lot of extra money to go around. But support any of the Fish Fam YouTube community you can. That would include, Punchy, Pam. I know she's had some issues and this and that. Check her out. And, she could use some help. There's plenty of other people that can. I don't necessarily need help per se. It's just my small business is going down the hole. Okay? So, I'm doing alright for now. I've got a little nest egg put up, but we're eating, it's being eaten into day by day. But anyway, I want to thank each and every one of you. Stay safe. God bless you. I love you. Thanks so much for even bothering to watch any of my channel at all. Definitely subscribe if you have not, and check out, anything else you possibly can. Look at some old videos, man. I need to get my views up. There's even a playlist. Now, I'm not trying to plug it. I will, again, it'll be in the description. I need to get my views up. I need to get monetized. I'm getting, closer and closer to that magic number of subs, but my views are so far down. So, love each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a great, great weekend. Keep watching FishTube and, everything else. So, love y'all. Thanks. Oops. I do this every time. Alright, later. I think. Later. Fishy.